Hi everyone, welcome to the next video in this series of very pretty ladies from Rita Berman's Meine Reise Durch Asien, and we're using Polychromos pencils to colour them in. Let's zoom into this lady. This is one we're going to be doing today. Now she has a parasol, but I'm not sure whether it's hers because she isn't actually holding it. She's holding the fan, so I may or may not do it as part of the picture. We'll just see how it goes really. Now where should we start? I'm looking at her hair and I'm a little bit confused. We've got sort of stripes of hair here and here and stripes of hair here, but why isn't there any here? Is it something different? Is it like a hat? I think I'm just going to colour it like hair anyway. I think I'll colour her hair in black, just because then it will obscure the fact a little bit more that those are missing. So these Princess Leia buns, I'm going to colour in this. I've just realised I've actually picked up the Paynes grey. I was going to do it black. Oh, well, let's do it Paynes grey. If you've picked up black, it's really not going to look that different, but it'll be a bit different to the black, won't it? Leave a bit, stop here, do a little bit here, and then just join it up gently so you've got a little bit of a lighter bit. So I'm going to go back to the bottom and just overwork that a bit and try and make that a nicer transition rather than just a line. But leave that sort of shine bit there, so it looks like the light's catching the top of these buns? Not really sure. Anyway, do this side too. It's all sunny now. It's supposed to be dry today for the first time for a while. I haven't really got the energy to go out today, so I'm not. I just figured I would, I'm really quite tired and my back's a little bit sore from standing up so much yesterday and washing up a lot yesterday, which always makes my back quite sore. I'm doing the same here, look, trying to leave a gap for a little bit of lighter. We need to go at this a bit more to get it darker so we get a good contrast, and it really helps with the shine. There we go. So yeah, my back's a bit sore, and yes, walking could probably help my back, but I also wanted to get on with this page because I've been working on this page for quite some time now, and I'm rather excited to see it finished. Not in the sense that I'm desperate to finish it. Well, it is, but not for a bad reason. You know, I'd like to know. I want to know what it's going to look like when it's done. That's the reasoning for wanting to finish, not because I'm bored with it or anything like that. I'm certainly not. I think I'm going to go for the really light skin tone with this one. Whoops! This is the light flesh or the beige red. Just for those of you that don't know, the reason I'm saying two names is because the colour name has changed, and depending on how old your set is, you may have different names for this particular pencil, and that's actually happened in a fair few colour pencil sets where they've changed their name. Just because it's a little bit difficult. You can't call something flesh because there are so many different colours. So I think they realised that it's a bit silly. And for some people, not very inclusive of all different skin colours. So they've changed the names. Castle Arts have also changed theirs. But they've also changed their Indian reds as well to different names, but Polychromos hasn't done that. But yeah, I think it's they might not. I don't know. I don't really know the history behind the Indian red colour, so I wouldn't know whether it's something that's inappropriate or not. I just read out the colour name and hope that it's okay. Right, I'm going to use, oh, did we use those there? We did. I was going to use some sort of turquoisey blues, but we've already used those. So I'm going to use a different type of blue. I'm going to use this sky blue to start with. This is quite a greyish blue. Let's put her back in the middle. And I'm just going to, is that a fan, do you think, tucked in to her sash? Don't know. I'm just going to do the background, the sort of main part of the fabric in this colour. Now to shape the arm, you can make it a little bit darker on the outside, which we've done on some of them but not all of them. Depends on what colour you're doing, how easy it is. And we'll do this arm as well, this sleeve, sorry I should say. And then we'll have a little look and a think. See, although that looks like a sash, where's the bottom? Nowhere. So maybe that is actually the whole of the material of this underskirt. But then I'm thinking that this is the top of her arm here. We need to colour in that. Thinking this is going to be the same colour too. Maybe a little darker there, where there'd be some shadow. I'm doing this piece the same as well. I think rather than being a sash, it's just the fabric wrapped around. Maybe I've done that wrong in some of them, but hey, I'm not very well educated in these sorts of clothing, so I'm just having fun with it and using bright colours and hope that it's okay. Maybe I should have looked them up, I don't know. Anyway, a bit late now. I'm just going to do the whole background of this dress. I say background, you know what I mean. But I'm going to just do it a little bit darker on the edges. Now this swirl here, I think it's like the wind blowing the leaves. Now, I don't think these leaves are on a dress, because there's one up here, you can just see a bit of it in shot, and this one is overhanging the dress. So I think they're just leaves in the air. I don't think they're part of the dress. So I will colour them today as part of this picture. But I don't think, as I say, I don't think they're actually part of the dress, which means we don't have to match them in colour-wise to the fabric. Although I want something that doesn't look completely weird and out of place, but I don't have to make it look like it's part of the fabric of the dress, which can make it somewhat easier. This flower, however, just doing that really light fine bit there, is part of the dress in my opinion, because we can't see all of it, as if the fabric is on the fabric and twisted round the corner there. So I think the flower needs to be coloured as if it's part of the dress. Oh, my nose is running a bit. I saw my sister yesterday and she had a sore throat, and today she's got a cold. Doesn't mean I'm catching it. It probably just means that I've got a runny nose like I always get when we're recording videos. But there we go. It's okay. If I get one, I get one. I'm not worried. I'm lucky that I don't have any health conditions that get worse with a cold, apart from my sort of blocked up nose, which if I get a cold I sometimes have to take my antihistamine steroid nasal spray to help me to breathe, but it's not a major thing. I mean, God, it sounds like I can't breathe. It does sound quite, but it's not. So it's fine. It's just a little bit of a swollen nasal passage, that's all. Yeah, it's nothing's going on with chest, lung, hearts, nothing, you know, hearts. Yeah, I've got two. No. I wonder if anyone has. She says randomly thinking out loud. I should have kept that in, I think. Let's concentrate on the colouring. I'm just going to tidy this up a little bit. It's a bit scruffy, just by going over it again. And then we'll grab a slightly darker pencil and work some of the other areas. I sound hoarse. don't know why I'm not. I've had lots to drink today. I haven't made that many videos today. I haven't been talking too much. I have been on the phone, I guess. I guess that counts. This is the light ultramarine. You can't tell by the pencil unless you can see the number and you know the numbers. Some people do numbers rather than look at the numbers rather than the names, but I find the names more memorable. I just noticed we haven't done her cheeks, have we? I always think they should be a little bit darker. I've never done them lighter. I don't have a lighter colour than the light colour that I used for her face anyway. I don't know. I think I'll just do the bottom one. Leave the top one for my next colour. And I'm going to do the ring part of this design. That makes sense. The arc, the loop, I don't know what you call it really. I think it is an arc, isn't it? Like a rainbow. My husband's been waking up really early lately. It's a bit of a pain because he wakes me up when he wakes up. I know he doesn't do it on purpose. I'm not blaming him, but it's because he stopped taking his medication. He had to stop taking it. He takes an anti-anxiety pill, which is partially a painkiller, but it works as an anti-anxiety. And he had to stop taking it because he needed to take a painkiller because he really hurt his foot quite badly, and you can't take them together. So he just stopped his pills just like that, which you're not supposed to do. Not because it poses a health risk, but because you can get side effects from not taking them. This is the ultramarine, but he had to just stop taking them and take the painkillers. And he didn't start taking them again, and he has found that actually he's felt okay. So he said there was one occasion when he thought he might need one, but you can't just suddenly take one, and then, because they take 4 to 6 weeks to start working, so they're probably, it's no point just taking one for one day. But apart from the one day, which he was nervous about, but once it happened, everything was perfectly fine. It's often the case though, isn't it? Situations you get nervous. Maybe it's just me and him. I don't think so though. You get nervous about it. You worry about it. Is it going to go well? What's going to happen? Blah, blah, blah. And then it ends up going really well anyway. And during the day you don't really think about it. I can do this bit here. But anyway, that was the only time he wondered about taking one. But he just seems a lot better. He's changed his job and again, and that seems to have helped. Now these inside bits I want to do in a darker colour, so I'm going to grab the cobalt blue. Now this is not the same colour family really, it's a bit of a different tone, so I'm going to put some down, but I'm going to go over the top of it as well, so that it's slightly darkening, but we're going to tie it in. I'm going to put a bit down here at the bottom here as well. And you'll see what I mean. I'm going to grab the ultramarine and put it on top, and my hope is that it's just darkens it, makes it look slightly different colour, but sort of brings it around to looking like the same colour family as we've been using all along. Yeah, that's better. There we go. Oh, we've got this bottom piece as well, nearly forgot. There we go. Now I'm going to do her cheeks now before I forget those. I'm going to use, the medium flesh, which is, I think, yes, the coral. I'm getting to know. There we go. Now I'm thinking that this is a fan, obviously, that I think this is a folded fan. So I'm thinking these two accessories and her hair and this flower on her dress, maybe we could match them all up. So I'm trying to think of what colour I might do them all. I'm so tempted again to go towards pink. We have done pink for every one apart from the one that was red, but it's still quite a pinky red. Maybe we do need to do pink, so they're all pink, so we tie together. It goes with blue, doesn't it? Or could do purple, but no, let's do pink. Whoops, let's do a bit of pink on them all. So I've grabbed this one. This is the light red violet. It's not really a pink, but I don't want to put it on too hard. I think it will look pink-ish. For me, that's pink. Some people think that's purple. Some people might think it's red. I'm keeping it light because it can go quite dark and we don't want it really dark. I want it to look, you know, pretty and floral. And yes, some flowers are really dark, but this flower is not going to be really dark. There we go. I'm going to use it a bit darker down here on this flower because I'm going to use it for the centre. And I quite like the centre to be a little bit darker. Now our fan, do we do it this colour? Let's do this bit this colour. Like that, and then quite a lot in there. Okay, and then a slightly lighter, I'm thinking the middle purple pink is rather pretty. That's I'm going to use it for the petals. And sort of fade them towards the tip. I always think it's rather nice. Like that. Now for this fan, I'm going to use it really lightly. So I'm using the side of the pencil so that it doesn't push down into the tooth of the paper so much. I'm using a very gentle movement. My hand's a little bit further down the pencil, which gives me less pressure, so you can't get so much of a colour down. And then this one I'm going to do again light, but we want a little bit of darker area along these lines where the fan is sort of overlapping because it would be a bit of shadow. So I'm just going to go along here. And all of them. There we go. Now, yeah, I think that's, we've got these, I think we'll do these in this colour. Just fade towards the bottom. A bit lighter, darker here than here. There we go. And then we're going to, we've got some leaves here. I'm wondering whether to do them the same colour as these leaves. I'm going to pull her down so we can see that one that's higher up. I think I'm just going to look around the page, see if there are any more. No, it's just these three. I'm going to do them all. Now, yeah. So I was just having a think about what colour to do the ones in her hair and whether to do those the same as the other leaves. They are different leaves, I think I will do them the same. So I've grabbed this pencil. This is the leaf green. Seems an appropriate one. I think this colour green will work nicely with this colour that I've used. And it's a nice bright colour, and it's a little bit different to what I might use for that bamboo. My telephone is ringing. I don't know who would be ringing, but the children don't seem to want to be getting it. I don't know why. I don't know what they're all doing. I don't think there might be a phone on this floor. Someone's running. Now someone's shouting to the other person to get their phone. I don't know why he's not getting it. I'm really confused. So confused. I think because they're all in the kitchen. Right. Now let me see. I think we're done with Our Lady. So I think I'm going to make that do and go and investigate what was going on with the telephone. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you had a super day and happy colouring.